While many believe Jesus was just a weak man who just accepted his death and did not fight back at all, quite the opposite is actually true.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
Death and crucifixion of Jesus was prophesied, the suffering servant who would die for the sins of this world. The promised Messiah, the sacrificial Lamb of the Lord, was to come and bring humanity the salvation it did not deserve. And yet he came, Jesus of Nazareth, a humble carpenter, blameless, sinless, preached about the kingdom of God. There were many wandering preachers at the time, but no one was quite like him. He was speaking with conviction and authority. His message was so unusual and appeared to challenge established religious norms at the time. So naturally, he was often attacked by Jewish religious leaders. And you know what? He never backed down. He fiercely argued with them and stood his ground. They regularly threatened him, but he refused to stop. During his trip to the wilderness, Jesus fasted for 40 days. Imagine not eating or drinking for 40 entire days in the wilderness. And there he would meet his biggest threat. Satan himself visited him and tempted him directly. Imagine getting tempted directly by Satan himself, the most cunning of deceivers. After being hungry and exhausted, any man would fall for Satan's offers of relief and glory. But Jesus said, "No, get away from me, Satan." And Satan was defeated for all time. Jesus, the Son of God, humbled himself and entered our world. He knew what his mission was. He knew that he would die by crucifixion, arguably the most shameful and painful torture at the time. At any time, if he wanted, 12 legions of angels would come to his rescue. And remember, angels are quite powerful. In the Old Testament, only one angel decimated 185,000 of battle-hardened Assyrian soldiers in only one night. But despite all of this, despite knowing his agonizing fate, despite direct supernatural temptation at his lowest moments by Satan himself, he never backed down, he never surrendered. He continued to stay true to God's will and loved and healed others. Even in his last moments, as he was nailed on the cross, whipped, spat on and mocked, he prayed to God to spare his persecutors. Wow, what a man, what a God. If that is not a testament to his love, his will, his strength, I don't know what is. Imagine you going through the same things he went through and still staying true to yourself. After taking all the evil and sin of the entire history of the world, he descended to hell, and on the third day, the rock on his tombstone rolled over, and there he was, awake, back from the dead. He lived. He single-handedly defeated Satan, destroyed sin, and saved the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the only one and true King of the world. Now, if you like this video, consider liking and subscribing, and watch this one.